like an electron, a negative electron or something, is the only energy there is. There is no positive, there is just removal of the negative.
But I mean, that's the whole point of life. It's desire. You're basically trying to eliminate, you're calling desire addiction.
Again, so whatever, that's just flowery mush talk. The whole point of life is desire, again. So like now you're going to glorify the DNA, the reproduction Frankenstein monster because it has desire in it. Well, whatever. If that's going to be the way you glorify play your little Gaia game or something or whatever, that's just bullshit. A heroin addict, you don't sit there and say, well, it's glorious. The desire, the addiction of the heroin addict is glorious.
I don't see pleasure as addiction. It's
Well, again, that's your problem then, okay? Because it's quite obviously exactly that. There's no distinction, there's no difference between desire and addiction. It is exactly the same concept.
Yeah. I do. The addiction to me, it has a negative connotation to it. Like you're
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. You like the fairy words instead of the real words. So let's just talk about everything like woo woo and cha cha. You know, we won't say penis and vagina. We'll just say little pretty words.
Let's suppose. Riz Rose, can you mute your mic, please?
Probably not.
Okay. So let's suppose, Gary, let's suppose I was addicted to reducing suffering, or addicted to maximizing pleasure, addicted to helping people. Is that a bad thing?
Maximizing pleasure. No, but why throw three stupid things into the category? All okay. Addicted to maximum pleasure might just mean that then, yeah, you'll just be a reckless pain in the ass. You'll fucking use people. You'll lie to people. You'll do whatever you want. So that's an unqualified thing. You can't get your pleasure for free. There's no free lunch for pleasure. Pleasure requires interactions where you're probably going to compromise somebody else's welfare. Now, you can't get your chocolate cake for free. Has to make it. Has to be. No,
I mean, let's just the other one,
so
helping
right there,
people.
False, please restate as a consistent premise. Well, helping people. What? I mean, just say yes. If you're addicted to alleviating suffering in other people, that's an excellent addiction, quite excellent, but has absolutely nothing to do with our DNA biology. Not a motherfucking thing.
Okay, so we agree that not all addictions are bad.
Again, that's not the question. That's not the issue. That was never even a statement made by me. The point is that all the fucking thing that we think we're accomplishing is made out of addiction. Okay? And it doesn't have enough value to compensate. It only is replacing a negative. Our satisfaction of our actions used up, okay, by removing our deprivation.
I don't see.
It's used up when we satisfy our deprivation. That's what an addiction's made out of.
See how need and desire is necessarily
deprivation. An artificial depression.
For example, let's just pick an example. Wait.
Okay, look. No. Let me give you an example. Let me give you. Okay, you're just filling a hole. Okay, it's used up. There's no extra that you get to dump in the other hole. Okay, you used it up because you filled your own hole. Okay, you filled your own need and desire and deprivation. So you've used up the value of it. It doesn't have extra that you can, like I said, again, I'll go back to my orgy analogy. The orgy is ruined if I throw the cancer patient into the orgy. Okay, the orgy is not fun anymore. If you have to mix all of those psychologies in a bowl, if they all have to mix together, it's going to turn into puke, because that bad apple is going to spoil the pie.
Why do you have to see it as a whole? Why can't it just be, let's suppose you just tack on to the ground. Let's suppose it's not a hole in the ground. Let's suppose it's just the ground, and you're just putting some pretty stuff on top of it. I mean, why can't you look at it that way?
Well, I'm sorry, it just doesn't go with the math. It doesn't go with what I've pointed out. Again, I don't have to keep repeating myself, but fuck, will you just stay focused on the premise, okay? If you're going to say the premise is inaccurate, fine, but you agree to the premise. Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and desire or addiction, whatever you choose. If you like desire better, you can use that if you want. But that's the game. It's negatives. It's made out of negatives. It is not made out of positives.
See, like when I think of desire, let's suppose I'm having an orgasm, right? That's my desire. But somebody has their mic. Okay. I'm always going to desire more of it. So there's always going to be a desire there, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's what I don't get.
Well, who said it's necessarily a bad thing? The point is that when you look at an overview, okay, we can take the how many minutes of your life you've spent in real comfort, total comfort, like real easy chair, perfect, just got a perfect blow job, I'm perfectly comfortable, perfectly excellent orgasm kind of feeling, whatever it is. You spend a tiny percentage of your life in that state of mind. Okay, the vast majority of your life is not comfortable, is mediocrity or worse, and then there's this hard suffering that'll be part of the equation also. Certainly at the end of your life, you're likely to have a big pile of it, and you're going to have incidences of it along the way. I mean, really nasty shit, really hard, nasty motherfucker kind of, I want to blow my brains out kind of, this, I can't stand this pain anymore kind of bad news shit. And that's the reality. So in that, argue it in that context, not this fluffy context that we spend most of our time in this wonderful, comfortable state. And again, it's the intensity of the suffering that you have to account for. Again, I'll go back to the analogy, the net product kind of thing. How many? What would you pay? What would you look? I don't want to make it personal, but yeah, what would you pay for certain things? How much would you pay for a chocolate chip cookie? I mean, a dead kitten. I mean, a strangled kitten. Let's see. I mean, what little suffering thing can I come up with? Like, for you to have a chocolate chip cookie, if it meant that I squashed a bird in my hand and suffocated it to death. Is the chocolate chip cookie worth it?
Harry, how is what you're saying any different than Buddhism?
Well, because Buddhism acquiesced to the fucking game, okay? Buddhism said, yeah, keep living, keep reproducing, keep fucking. Buddhism never said, don't have kids, did it? Is there someplace in Buddhism where they said, stop reproducing? So if Buddhism said stop reproducing, then I'm all for it. But if it didn't, then Buddhism is just fucktarded. It's just saying, oh, the system sucks, we can't do anything about it, so let's just keep playing. So fuck Buddhism. Buddha was probably brilliant. If Buddha today would probably be saying, yes, don't have kids, fuckers. This is easy to fix. We couldn't fix it 1,000 years ago. We can fix it now. We know what microorganisms are. We know what sperm are. We know how the biology works now. This whole thing really is completely fucked. Darwin gave you the explanation. I mean, I think Buddha would be right on my side. I mean, Buddha would be like, oh, you're so fucking right. We're so fucking owned by the DNA molecule. It's so obvious how it's manipulated us through 2 billion years. I mean, we're just completely owned by a DNA molecule. I mean, this is fucking embarrassing. Yeah, people grow up. You can't win this game. All you can do is lose money. This is going to Las Vegas where there's no chance of winning and only a chance of losing. And you assholes are going because of the little sparkly lights.
Okay, well, by that statement alone, I think you're addicted to money.